Hey everyone, before we get this thing started, I just want to send a very special thank you out there to the people that make this show possible. The men and women of the United States Armed Forces and our first responders. You are the people that keep us safe. You're the people that help us in the time of need. Thank you for the sacrifices that you make. Thank you for the sacrifices that your family makes. Thank you from the bottom of my heart. Everyone, do me a favor, support veteran-owned businesses. Their products and services are second to none, and they're everywhere available. Anything that you can think of, they're doing it, and they're doing a great fucking job at it. Let's support the people that have supported us. Also, pick a foundation from any branch of the armed forces to any arm of our first responders. There are foundations to help provide veterans in need as well as Gold Star families. Let's take care of the people that have taken care of us for so many years and help make this country the best place to live and the greatest country in the world. Thank you. Enjoy the show. Let's fucking go.
This is the Backwards Forward Podcast. I am your host, Blake Foster.
All right. We're moving. So, well, welcome in. Is this what you thought it was going to be?
Yeah, Blake. Appreciate it, man.
Have any idea?
Like I said, I haven't done any podcasting yet, so
Yeah. Well, it's just normal conversation. So
good deal.
Everybody, this is my buddy Matt Zabka. We've coached a bunch of Little League together, and that's how we've met and become friends. And here we are at the final. That it's over, youth baseball as we know it, coaching and our kids. It's
isn't it a trip, man? I mean, it didn't really hit me until after the season, obviously, because when you're in the middle of the season, it's just like kind of rocking and rolling and immersed in all of that. But I was like, shit, this is it, like kind of just handing these kiddos off.
Yeah, like,
and who knows where they go, man. Some of them might not even continue with baseball, and
that's the tough part about being in the small town, is that there aren't a lot of opportunities or alternatives for kids to pursue playing recreational baseball beyond the age of 14. So it's like you're either in high school or you're not doing it anymore. And just, dude, the other day, Bailey and I watched Tyler driving down the driveway, taking Ryan to school. I'm like, dude, after 15, 16 years of taking these kids to school and, driving them to, preschool, kindergarten, elementary, middle, now they're doing it, but the afternoons are pretty fucking rad, though.
What do you mean by that? How so?
Tyler gets done with cross country.
Yeah.
Ryan's finishing up with football.
Oh, sure.
And we don't have to leave here to go pick him up.
Big time, right? I know, man. I'm so looking forward to it. But I mean, just back to everything that happens, pretty much from when our kiddos are, middle school is just such a transition, like, fuck.
They just go from kid to
friggin'
teenager, just like that.
Yeah, man. I mean, boom. We saw it with Braden, who's obviously, Ryan's age, but, 6th grade was one thing, and then 7 was even kind of like on the cusp. And then 8, they were just like, yeah, man, this,
right? Just puffed up.
But then it was interesting, man, because even just this first week of high school for Braden, I could just really see this awesome switch.
Get this a little bit. You don't have to lean up. You can pull the mic back to you. Just wherever you're comfortable.
Yeah, man. Just this switch in Braden from oh shit, this is the real deal, man. just taking more responsibility on, and like, like getting up in time in the morning, and like, oh shit, man, I hope this sticks.
Is this just
that was
first,
pretty cool.
Is this just first day fun, or
right?
Like when we get into the dog days of school, are you going to keep getting your ass up?
Yeah, because I mean that's just been a huge struggle for sure with him, and the whole other dynamic is our daughter Amelia is in 7th grade, so she's like now right in the thick of in the middle of middle school, right? So, and holy shit, man, it's just a whole new ball game with girls as it is with boys.
Yeah.
Oh my god, man. It's fucking nuts, but
yeah, I feel for you because I don't know, Cabe sat over across from me and he's got a sophomore girl in high school, and it's just like we're very close, so she's over here a lot, and is like a family member, so we get to see some of it, but don't know the full pains of the teen girl situation.
Dude, yeah. I mean, we're just already seeing it. I mean, we saw it last year with Amelia. I mean, gosh, these girls can just be so nasty.
That's what I tell like, Cabe's daughter. I'm like, what
the fuck, man?
Stay away from the fucking mean girls.
Dude, and like all cliquey, and just like I just feel like I just want to cry sometimes for my daughter Amelia. Like, oh, honey, I'm so sorry. Like, they're just fucking. Sometimes they just don't give a shit, about anything.
Yeah,
I'm like, honey, it'll be just.
But little, like I remember having a younger sister. I have a sister 6 years younger than me.
Oh, okay.
And watching, like her and her friends, and just how it'd be like. My sister and this girl would get along really well, but if a third girl was brought into the mix, all of a sudden those two girls got cliquey against my sister, and there was just always turmoil amongst the multiple ones, and they just get kind of shitty, and then they're like little sharks where they see a little bit of a tear or a frown, they see blood in the water, and then they just
go
fucking
after
hammer down.
Wow, that's super interesting, man. I mean, I totally, even just this week, saw that with Amelia, man. Like one-on-one, her and one of her girlfriends, it's just like, they're on fucking cloud nine, just having a blast and yapping back and forth and helping each other out, and it's like just beautiful to see. But yeah, man, you introduce one other and it's just like, oh fuck, their little brains are just like
they don't know what to do other than to be they're like competitive. So how did you end up in Bayfield? Where'd you grow up at?
So I was born and raised up in northern Colorado, born at a hospital there up in Greeley. My dad's originally from Denver. He was born and raised in Denver. My mom came out to the university there in Greeley from New York, actually. So, got some family ties back to where are they at? Westchester County. It's cool out there, man. It's just north of New York City, technically.
Okay.
Yeah, Hudson River just kind of goes right through there. So, pretty neat part of New York. A lot of culture, So my mom's got a big Irish Catholic family background, so kind of have soaked a lot of that up, as far as like just family values and just traditions and stuff like that. Pretty heavily Irish. And then my dad's side, the Zabka side is pretty full on like Eastern Europe, but it's a Czechoslovakian name.
Okay.
Surname.
I would have probably guessed.
Yeah.
Like
Czech.
Some sign of some sort of a Slavic.
It's cool, man. It actually didn't change.
Oh,
really?
How
a lot of the families that came through, like Ellis Island, for instance, they would pretty much be like given, like, no, you're going to go by this.
Zabka-Just.
Yeah, or like fucking Jones or some bullshit. Right. But so anyway, my folks were both at the university there in Greeley, University of Northern Colorado. So born and raised there. Went to high school. And then actually my dad's sister, so my aunt Janet, moved to Durango in, probably late 70s, early 80s. And she was a teacher off and on, kind of in Ignacio in grade schools and stuff. So I had that connection down here and had visited a few times. And then when I graduated high school up there in Greeley, I actually took a year at the community college there just to kind of get my bearings, and I was just like, fuck, man, I'm gonna go check out Fort Lewis. So came down in 1998, and I didn't look back, man. So I've been here pretty much since then.
It's crazy how many people's stories in Durango start with, well, I went to college at Fort Lewis and never left.
Yeah, I mean, not to say that there weren't, ups and downs and challenges and stuff, but just feel like super fortunate to be able to stick it out down here.
And is that where you met your wife?
No, actually, it was well after college. I had wrapped up college in 2003 and late that year, and it wasn't a couple years later we met up at the ski area.
Okay.
Yeah, it was a few years after I had graduated college, so I was bartending up there on the backside, this restaurant called Dante's, and she was waitressing, and she was actually just going through a divorce, so she's had a previous relationship, but anyway, we met up there, and nothing really happened. We were just kind of coworkers, and then maybe a few months later after that ski season, a good friend of mine's uncle, Joe Trujillo. What's up, Joe? He worked at this place called Christina's. I don't know if you remember that place, but it was a pretty popular restaurant in Durango, and it was on the west side of town at the time. But Osha had been working there. She was waitressing there, and I was in seeing Joe. I'd just go and shoot the shit with him. He was a chef there.
Okay.
And out comes Osha, and I'm like, hey, and it was just like,
good to see you.
Damn, yeah. Right? And it just
there was
kind
a
of
spark
went from there for sure. Spark, man.
And what year was this?
Man. This was probably late in 07.
Okay.
Yeah, so we've known each other for quite a while, man. Coming up on 20 years.
What year did you guys get married?
It was 12, 13, 14. So December 13th.
Okay.
14. Yeah.
I was like 12, 13. I'm like, you're going to have to narrow that date down.
that one down. So
12, 13, 14. How cool.
So we had Braden already, and actually Amelia had already been born. So, but we had been living together for years. We were common law.
Well, Bailey and I were together for 7 years before we got married.
Sure.
Yeah. So.
And there was the whole dynamic of, her having that previous marriage, and do we have this big wedding and that kind of stuff, and we just decided not to. So.
Yeah.
Just
courthouse deal, or
yeah, pretty much. So it worked for us.
The bond is the bond.
Yeah, so. There's parts of me that wish something would have happened like that, just to get friends and family all together like that. I think that would have been cool. But I don't know, man. Maybe that kind of goes back to just back to kind of family traditions and cultures and stuff. Like, I just really didn't have a whole lot of that. Like, my dad's side, even though the Zabka name, persevered through time, like, there really wasn't a lot of like traditions and stuff, on my dad's side of the family. Just real kind of a quiet family, kind of a lot of them just kind of keep to themselves.
Do they all stay in contact a lot? No, just kind of
not really. My Aunt Janet down here in Durango is definitely the one of there's 4 siblings on my dad's family that keep the glue, really. But other than that, man, it's like silence. It's wild, dude.
Yeah, I have my parents were. My mom's mom was from like West Virginia. My mom's dad was from like Missouri, and I don't know beyond that, really.
Oh wow.
Or as far as they're concerned, like, I don't know. Like, I never met any of I didn't meet my mom's dad until I was 15 years old.
Oh wow.
They got divorced a long time ago, and the guy I've always called my grandpa is my step grandpa, who I've known all my life from on my mom's side. But I don't know shit about like my grandpa Spence.
Interesting.
The Wilkie side of the family. I've met a bunch of my grandma's like brothers and sisters, but I don't know, like, I don't know where the hell they came from. They're all like English, Irish, Scottish names.
Right.
Yeah. And then, I don't know. I know a couple of the extended family, but we don't like get together and hang out.
Right.
Like there's one kid that I'm pretty sure is a family member who's like,
Pretty sure.
I'm almost certain that he's a family member. I've just never met him, but through one of the other Wilkie cousins, and this kid, his name is actually Blake Wilkie.
Oh, interesting.
He's like viral as all hell. You've seen it. So he's the dude that goes tearing around San Diego in a big old off-road like Volkswagen Bug looking.
Oh, wow.
Badass vehicle. Turned around, did a bunch of shit, filmed it, and then got in a fuck ton of trouble, lost his license.
Oh my God.
But he's even, you still see, like if you're into desert videos or anything, he's got a new car that he made.
I'm not familiar with him, but yeah, man,
that
stuff's cool.
But then my dad's side, I don't know much about the Fosters. I mean, Grandpa had 5 siblings. I've met some of them, but they're all from Nebraska. And then my grandma was one of 12.
Damn.
And her parents came over through Ellis Island.
Oh, that's
over
cool.
the boat. And
where were they from?
Denmark.
Oh, neat.
Yeah.
Oh, that's
so
cool,
I know I'm a quarter at least. Yeah.
Right on, man.
But,
what's Foster then? Is that the Danish or no?
No, Peterson was the Danish.
Oh, sure. Okay.
No, the Fosters, like all the names are like English, Irish,
kind of
mostly like
Europe, I guess.
A lot of English, like no McDonough's or anything like that. It's like Foster, Barrett, Wilkie,
sure.
Peters, or the Peterson's Danish. But
have you done ever any of that like 23andMe shit? Or?
No, only we did it for we did it for one of our dogs.
Oh, nice.
Find out
that'd be fun.
What that fucking thing is.
I know.
Well, all those people that do the 23andMe all come back as like 1% North African.
And then they're like, fuck, why did I do that? No.
So Bailey got this dog, and the dad was Corgi, and then they said the mom was Great Pyrenees and Australian cattle dog. But then you do the doggy DNA test, it's like
nothing like it.
No, it was I don't know how the chromosome thing works, how it transfers, but he came back 66% Corgi.
Wow, that's pretty strong.
So I'm like, does dad carry 2/3 of what the dog is going to be? Is that how that works? So
interesting. It's a cute little dog, man. I remember Bailey bringing it to one of the baseball games, and actually our little pup was having some fun with it. Yeah, they actually look kind of similar.
Yeah,
it was wild.
He's shown that he's got some chow.
Oh wow.
Alaskan Malamute and Husky and German Shepherd.
Oh, that'd be fun, man.
I think these are all things that come from like the original fucking dog.
Yeah.
Because there's like some other African hound dog thing that it was part of, but
yeah, I think that'd be way more interesting than doing it as a human, because I don't know. I've got some family that have done quite a bit of family tree work, which is cool. Mm-hmm. But it's almost like, fuck, what are you going to do with it? Like all that shit's in the past, and like, that's what, it's almost felt like this lifelong journey, one of my life's journeys anyway, to like not only like uncover some old customs and stuff, because like I was saying, man, it just hasn't been there. There really just hasn't been anything to like hang my hat on.
Like there's no Czech meals that you guys do,
or like ceremonies, and you know what I mean. And like even growing up, like my mom was like, fuck no with like going to church, because coming from a big Irish Catholic family, like it was pretty intense, I can imagine, as far as like the religious piece. So we didn't have any of that, and I don't know what my dad's family did, but no church or religion or any spirituality or anything like that. So
just farmers.
Yeah, just fucking making it, you know,
Yeah.
scraping by or whatever. So, yeah, it's just been interesting, you know, now that I'm a father and, you know, a partner and a, you know, brother and all that, it's just like, God, what do we do with all this, you know?
Uh-huh.
So,
Like, how do you know, like you want to establish traditions with
Sure.
your kids.
yep,
And you kind of have them, but they kind of break a little bit as the kids get older.
Totally.
But it's like, what about something family elemented that the kids even can kind of take on and kind of... knowing your history is a cool thing. I would like to know more. My grandma's side, the Danish side,
yeah.
they've got a family tree thing going on.
Oh, cool.
It's hysterical. The names that are in that shit is...
I bet.
Like, one is like Axel Adolf.
Oh, shit.
Dude, there's crazy, you know, Johansson,
Adolf.
Johansdotter, like all these names that are in the shit. The
Yeah.
Axel Adolf was what I'm flipping
Axel
through
Adolf.
it, and I just stuck with me. It's
That's
fucking
fucking
hilarious.
awesome, man.
But yeah,
No, not to like discount it or anything, but I guess it's just trying to find that balance, right? Like, oh yeah, cool, you know that, you know, back in 1612, but you know what does that mean for me? Like now, again, being a father in 2025, and like, you know, trying to live in the moment and be present. You know, that's what I've been focusing on lately is just being present and like, and being like accountable, you know, all that good stuff. So, but
I mean, because you
it's a
have
challenge.
kids that have got some tighter eyes on it now.
yeah, absolutely.
And-
I mean, yeah, you can get away with quite a bit of shit, you know, when they're born up through even 5-6 years old, but yeah, they're starting to be, oh, yeah, what the fuck's dad doing kind
Yeah.
of thing. Like, oh shit,
Yeah,
I better fucking, yeah, I know, man.
Well, Bailey and I have already. Tyler's already been our designated driver. They're pretty well versed in some of their parents'
Yep.
extracurriculars as far as that goes.
Yeah,
you know,
yeah,
but
man, teach their own.
it's all
good,
but all within reason, and it's
right?
So, what'd you major in college?
So yeah, I mean, I kind of had a pretty good idea going in that I wanted to do something in like the sciences for sure. Like academics was always like, I just enjoyed it, you know. Like I was good at math, and I just liked high school, and you know, got good grades and everything. So you just naturally got into like science.
Are you the oldest sibling?
Yeah, oldest of 3 boys.
Oldest of 3 boys.
Yep. And only one to go to college. So yeah, it was interesting, man. I mean, back to leaving Greeley was just like, shit, I don't know what I'm getting myself into, man. But, you know, looking back, like it was a pretty big choice.
Bold move.
Yeah, like fuck, man, far enough away that I couldn't just go, you know, running home with my tail between my legs. So it was just kind of like, boom.
Yeah.
So yeah, it was wild. And, you know, granted, I did have a relative down in Durango that was nice to be able to connect with. But yeah, ultimately graduated with a bachelor's in science with in environmental biology. So
And that's
yeah,
cool.
It was cool.
So so you do a lot of work around the oil, gas stuff.
Yeah,
and-
naturally, just, you know, it all has a root or basis in like environmental compliance. So anything from like endangered species, wetland ecology, and science based around that, you know, reclamation of like impacts from, for instance, you know, putting in a gas pipeline or building a well pad. So it's complying with various mostly federal rules, but like Clean Water Act compliance and Endangered Species Act. So a lot of it was really getting familiar with like this federal legislation, really, and like all the regulations around it and stuff. So a lot of it's kind of legal based.
Yeah, you're not making it all up.
No,
Like, you're
yeah,
just-
there's definitely like these standards and regulations that we need to comply with. So,
Right.
Yeah. So it's got its roots in that mostly. You know, a lot of permitting and stuff, but just naturally in this area with the San Juan Basin right here, you know, it's one of the larger natural gas fields in the country. I mean, it's kind of on its downward trend, but so yeah, it really just morphed into like supporting that industry.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
So I was wondering, like, with that slowing down, has that impacted you, or you still got plenty of stuff
You
to
know,
do?
it is to like the private consulting community, but I've been with the Southern Ute tribe now for going on 8 years. So in an interesting way, it's a little bit insulated because the tribe is a sovereign nation. So it's pretty wild, man, like working for them, because I mean, they develop all their own natural gas while still complying with certain regulations.
Of course.
Right? Like they have the ability to manage like air quality, for instance, on the reservation, like full on their own division within the tribe. So that's way cool, man. Like, you know, basically you're working for the tribe, but they've got their own regulations. So, yeah, it's interesting dynamic.
Yeah.
So, but, yeah, I mean, it's kind of just cruising.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, it's good to have knowing how. Yeah, I know a lot of people have kind of taken a hit. You know, there was a big boom here from oil, gas, and then it's kind of, like you said, been a little bit on the downturn. So good to have stability.
It really is, man.
The
for
tribe's,
sure.
The tribe's a good thing.
And you know, the cool thing about the tribe is like, so right now I work for Red Willow Production Company, who we are the ones that go out and actually drill and you know, pull the gas out of the ground. So, but it's again dynamic, like a business, really. They call it the Southern Ute Growth Fund, and so they've got Red Willow, they've got Red Cedar, who does all the natural gas pipeline infrastructure. There's like a whole real estate arm. They've got their own utilities division. So, you know, if for any reason, like I wanted to maybe just explore a different branch of, you know, environmental compliance, there's some options. So
yeah,
it's pretty cool.
Now they definitely have their shit together.
They do.
They're unbelievable what they have, how they've managed themselves versus allowing themselves to be taken advantage of.
Yeah. Well, I mean, it started there, right?
Right.
You know, they were obviously like, wait, here, let's take a time out. And I think it was like early 90s where they actually confronted like the whatever branch of the federal government. It was probably Bureau of Indian Affairs or something, and about royalties. And they were like getting hosed on their natural gas royalties. And they were like, all right, we're not cool with that. And then on top of that, we're going to take control of development of these resources. So it really just fucking snowballed from there. And, you know, I'm sure federal government was like, oh shit. Yeah, they're absolutely right.
I mean, yeah.
We got away with it for as long as we could have, kind of bullshit, but
so
yeah, man.
Yeah, on after college, through the job, meeting the wife, getting married.
Yep.
Kids are coming to the good old age of Braden's coming into the good old age of baseball. Did you coach him from year one?
I did. Yeah, I got involved way back in T-ball.
Yeah,
and it was just, you know, at that stage, it was just kind of like babysitting out there. You know,
was it you by yourself, or did you start with Dennis?
T-ball was, I think it was just by myself, and then I think you remember Cyrus. I remember him from when those kiddos were pretty young. He might have helped out a little bit with T-ball even. And then, yeah, maybe getting into whatever a couple years after T-ball was when I linked up with Dennis, because I had known him previously from working in Durango, actually. So
you've watched these kids go from
these kids, man.
4 or 5 years old to, I mean, so many of them you have coached or been involved with or seen from these early years now on to them being older. How is that? How do you feel like, because you got a responsibility there, you know, as an adult and as a coach, a parent, to keep these kids engaged, keep them entertained, keep them participating,
not piss off the parents.
Good luck. Having them, you know, That's a one. I got to tell you, the one thing that I've always enjoyed about coaching with you is that, like, look, we're coaching fucking rec ball,
Sure.
in a small town, and we're gonna mix it up, and these kids are gonna play everywhere.
Right.
Like, I know the baseball world, and I know how anybody that even remotely considers himself a serious baseball person is driven fucking nuts.
Oh yeah.
By,
No, that's probably been the hardest part.
Yeah.
Honestly. But again, like, I mean, you said it. Like, look, these boys are gonna probably completely forget about anything like that. Like, oh fuck, you put me out in left field when I play first base all the time, or that's, I'm committed to first base, and all that kind of stuff. But yeah, that's just been the biggest challenge for me, is to stick to that. Like, hey, it doesn't matter in the end, right? I mean, if somebody that's used to playing third base, I stick them out in right field, just why not, man?
Yeah.
I mean, fuck. I think it's fun. It's exciting. Gets these kids out of their shell, maybe scares them a little bit. And like, to me, that's kind of the root of it all, is really like getting these young men to just get confidence in themselves and be able to be like, fuck, I can do that,
Right.
Like, get out of that rut.
Get them out of their comfort zone.
Yeah, get them out of their comfort zone. I mean, that's really the most important thing to me, and then keeping that line, hearing it from maybe even just hearing whispers like, oh, fuck, man, you put so-and-so at.
Yeah, I love that. I fucking love that.
It's fun, man. I mean, shit.
So before I moved here, I was that guy in our little league that I mean, some people liked me and some people didn't.
Sure.
Like I had it both ways, and there were kids that, like, there was always parents and always people that always felt like their kid should be into a specific position.
Oh, sure.
And should grow in that position, or they're the best on this team.
Right.
And I was always like, look, some of these kids are going to go on and play high school ball. Some of them are done.
Sure.
After these youthful years. And what means more to me, to make sure that the kid that plays second base all of his life and up through high school and everything continues to play second base?
Right.
Or let a kid that's not played second base, who wants to,
And
go
might
play
never
second
again.
base. Yeah, I give
Yeah.
him the opportunity.
Sure.
I put
That's
one
cool.
kid, this one little guy, little redhead, freckle face, sweetheart of a kid,
Sure.
but he was a bit afraid of the ball. Like, he'd catch it like this. Hey, dude, where do you want to play today? Last game of the season.
Yeah.
Which I did it all year long. Last game of the season, where do you want to play? I want to play first base. And everybody's like, he can't catch. Like, he does catch,
Right.
but he's just a little bit afraid. He's kind of one of the last people. Like,
Yeah.
First batter, ground ball to first base.
Yeah.
Catches it. Steps on it. First ball, second
Love
ball,
it.
ground ball to first base, catches it, steps on it. And then there was a strikeout. He made 2 of the 3 outs in an inning.
Yep.
I had one kid could not throw it to home plate. Where do you want to go? I want to pitch. You're up.
Fuck yeah, dude.
Let him get up there and let him pitch an
I
inning.
love it, man.
Gave him a batter, gave him another batter, gave him another batter. I'm like, hey, we're not going to go and walk the world. But I mean, he got it to the plate where kids were swinging and
Hell yeah.
made some things happen. And that might be the only time that kid is on the pitcher's mound ever
Right.
in his life. And
that's what those kids are going to remember.
Right.
That's, I mean, not the fact that, oh, yeah, I played fucking right field the whole season and
yeah.
pretty much watched everybody else do their thing, So
Yeah. I played right
that's
field
kind of the
about
root
a
of it
ninth.
all, I mean, I appreciate that you appreciate it.
That's what
Kinda
made
that-
it great to
that
coach
stance.
with you.
Yeah.
Because, I mean, it's not easy to coach when you don't share a philosophy with
Yeah.
with the person next to you. Like,
Right.
Like, we had one guy that we coached with, it's not that he's wrong in wanting to have these positions specific to these kids, but I know he wouldn't have felt that way if we felt his child was valued out in right field.
Sure.
He probably wouldn't echo that sentiment. But,
Yeah.
I mean, we're making decisions, and you could tell he didn't like it, and that wasn't an easy one. It's not easy to coach like that, and then you know, parents behind us. I mean, we had some.
Yep,
we've had some parents that have been.
Yeah, again, it's just, you know, being able to stick with that, whether you call it philosophy or I guess you know, it's coaching philosophy in a sense. So it's just being the ability to like stick with that. And being confident with that choice, you know, and I just felt deep down that like it would serve these young men better in the long run than just status quo, like, oh, boom, 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 you know,
right?
Cookie cutter fucking baseball.
So make it interesting. At the end of the day, like, you know, like how many of those kids remember any of those wins that we had?
Right.
And when you win with the team, like that season that we won the whole little town tournament and everything.
Oh, sure. Yeah.
I mean, we had a good fucking team.
Yeah, for sure.
But we also didn't get away from that. You know, we still did that year. And
as far as like kind of mixing things up in the field and stuff like that. I mean, you get right, like it's almost gets to the point where certain players make sense at certain positions. Just, you know, I mean, again, it's really trying to balance being competitive, because there is that aspect. You know, I think obviously the parents appreciate it, but it's fun to win. But just finding that balance. So even if it was like maybe just an inning or two, you know, really getting creative with the field lineup. But ultimately, I mean, it's almost like chess, man. Like just really like playing with all these pieces and like, oh, fuck yeah, that worked fucking great, man.
Yeah.
Or like, shit, I might not do that for a while, or, you know, but.
And the funny thing is, dude, is I did it like the same way that you had like a computer printout, like a spreadsheet on the moves that were going to be made throughout the game, and had, you know, 4, 5, 6 innings.
Yep.
Figured out. I had that too.
Nice.
You know, where all these kids are kind of rotating.
Oh, and that changes throughout the game,
Sure.
you know, and like, fuck, let's throw this guy up on the mound now.
Well,
but
you go.
That's what's fun about baseball, dude. I mean, it's so cool. Like, especially having others helping coach, right? It's just like, not only can we as adults be like, oh yeah, man, like strategize and all that kind of stuff, but it's so fun to me, like seeing it play out on the field and like being successful with it.
Right.
Yeah. And these kids having fun, man. I mean, that's really what it is. Yep. I mean, the look on, you know, certain kids' face when they are in a position that they're not normally in and make a fantastic play, man. It's just like, oh, fuck, dude, that's what it is, man.
Right.
That's what it is.
It totally
like, it gives me goosebumps, man. Like, that's the shit that makes it rewarding.
Yeah. Because there's kids that, you know, balls hit to them. You expect this play to be made.
Yep.
Of these kids that are the kids that feel like they should be in this position.
Sure.
You expect this play to be made. They fucking either boot it or chuck it over the first baseman's head. You're like, shit.
Yeah.
I don't know how many times I said fuck out loud this season, but that's fun that once they get to that 14-year-old level, just step back and listen to what these kids talk about and what they say to each other.
Yeah.
Like, gloves are off as far as language is concerned.
Sure.
I mean, these kids are sitting here.
Yeah.
They say it all.
Yeah. Big time.
They say it all. So that was a fun year of being able to just, you know what, you guys, don't be a bunch of pussies.
Right.
You know, or toughen up, nut up, you know.
Gets that point for sure, man. And, you know, that was a little bit of a challenge coaching my son Braden too, you know. It's just like keeping that line of coach and not like babying him too much in a sense, you know. And you know, I remember one game, it was our first game this past season, you know, I had him on the mound in Pagosa, and fuck, man, I could tell he was struggling. And you know, even my wife was like, damn, what the hell were you doing, man? You left him in there. I was like, fuck, I had to at least try to get him through one inning, man. And I could tell it was stressful on everyone's behalf, but I think he came out better in the end. And, you know,
it gave you an opportunity to talk to him and be like, look, no, there's times where, like, you just got to get it done.
Sure.
Like, you got to do it. Like, sometimes somebody's not going to come and save you.
Right.
And you got to understand that, like, you're up on the mound.
Yep.
You're not throwing strikes.
Yeah.
Nobody can throw for you. And you have to go through that and go through those shit times. And sometimes that buckles kids down to a point where they're all of a sudden ready to take in a little bit more information.
Sure.
You know, for mechanics, for other things,
Yeah.
letting them see failure. There's nothing wrong with
Sure.
these kids seeing failure, especially, I mean, baseball's built around it.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, I mean,
But I thought in general, there are a lot of times that, like, you were always fair. Like,
Sure.
even when it came time to, like, your son, there were times where you didn't go daddy ball with Braden.
Oh, yeah,
You didn't put him wherever he wanted to be.
Right.
He wasn't leading off, like, playing exactly where he wanted to be. I mean, he
sure.
moved around.
yeah,
and
no,
he
I appreciate that, Blake. I feel like I just kept that, towed that line of, like, treating him just as any other player out there. And again, like, what would that probably would have done him a disservice to, again, like, really, like, just bow down to that, like, oh, this is my kid, I gotta coddle him,
Well, and the kids take it the wrong way, and they start looking at everybody else and go, "I can do whatever the fuck I want."
That's definitely always in the back of my mind. Like, oh, there's this son, fucking whatever.
Pretty funny. My dad had told me, he's like, Blake, one of my biggest regrets of coaching you in baseball was, if I had to do it all over again, I'd play you exactly where you wanted to play every game, and I'd.
He did say that?
Oh yeah.
Oh,
yeah,
wow.
Yeah. He was just like, because you do, like, I mean, I feel like managing and coaching the teams over the years I feel like both my boys were the ones that sacrificed me doing that, instead of them really getting the gains out of me going out and playing catch, throwing batting practice, doing the little things like that with them. All of a sudden, I took on, 12, 13, 14 kids, and they all became my responsibility. And now my boys were one of 14.
Yeah,
instead
that's a good
of
point, man. I mean, it just comes down to finding that balance, because, like, I may have put my son Braden, for instance, in a position that he wasn't super thrilled about for, maybe an inning or two. But yeah, I would definitely bring him back to where he felt more comfortable, and but with every kiddo out there,
right.
And really it's just trying to find that balance.
I mean, all the days of practices, all the weekends of games, all the hours of going down, getting fields ready, cleaning up, being the last one there.
Right.
It seems like some other kid is always the one that's getting the last 5 pitches at practice because you don't want to forget about a kid.
Oh, sure.
And it's like,
yeah,
at the same time, you're kind of forgetting about your own. And it's,
no, that's a really good point, man. I mean, and absolutely valid.
That's my guilt.
Yeah, no, I hear you there for sure. Cause like, there might have even been times during the season where, Braden would have appreciated going down to the cage or something. And, I might have just been like, we've had practice 3 times this week and, just don't have the energy for it kind of thing. But, yeah,
that is a sacrifice that we and our kids made for us to volunteer and coach this shit, and have, be criticized by everybody that doesn't spend 2 seconds of time or effort on it, or to have, you have that. I mean, you love the hell out of the parents that do walk up and just say thank you and appreciate you and everything like that.
Yeah. Unfortunately, that's more. I hear that more often than the other way around. Like, what the fuck are you doing out there, kind of thing. So
well, that's not.
But yeah, I mean, overall, I look at the positives that came out of it. It's you can dwell on like, shit, I wish I would have given more time to maybe not only your kid, but this other kid and that kid and that kid. But overall, we are volunteering and doing what we can do,
Well, it's like this year where Ryan didn't even want me to fucking coach.
Exactly.
It's like,
oh man,
shit.
I'm so glad you both came out, man. It was a good season for sure.
Yeah, he wasn't supposed to.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, that's right.
And here he's back.
I thought he did
football.
great, man.
Yeah.
Well, and circling back to like, shit, this is our last dance,
Right.
with rec baseball anyway, and
yeah, we just kept the cleats off of him. That's why he played.
Oh, sure.
And we didn't put no spikes, no twisting on it, and
he was out there in his tenny runners and
his dunks,
killing it on third base, man.
Yeah, he did. That
was fun.
His arm made a big turn.
Yeah, few of the kids did, man.
Yeah.
I was like, damn, that's cool.
He threw 90 pitches that one game.
Fuck, that's right.
I mean,
damn, that was huge.
And that was like
and then
good to go,
like,
and he was not sore the next day. You could tell.
Insane.
You could tell he was a little bit gassed, but I mean, it's a pretty natural throw. He's not overthrowing. He's
sure.
He gets some ice on him and stuff, and so we're gonna work with gonna get some time with Tommy.
Cool.
And go work with him on that, because
is he gonna do baseball in the spring, or maybe
we'll see.
So he is doing football.
He's playing football right now. Yeah.
Oh shit! Wow. Yeah. Braden was like, I'm not into it this fall, but
yeah, they're hurting for talent or kids and just volume. I don't think. Look, we're not going to be we're going to go up against big teams, and we're not going to be bigger.
Right.
And that's
amazing, man. It wasn't even that long ago where, they were fucking winning state championships over there at the high school. And it's just crazy that, ups and downs of talent and even numbers, just sheer numbers.
Sheer numbers.
Because I was reading somewhere, isn't it a first year coach? I mean, he had been an assistant or something, but
I don't know anything.
Yeah, there was an article
know anything about him.
In the paper about, I think he was like O-line assistant coach last year or something, and they moved him up because the guy that they brought over from wherever, I think it was only his third year maybe. He was like, I'm out. Fucking head coach.
Yeah.
It's like, oh shit, man.
Yeah.
That's not good for the program.
No. I mean, it sure, I'm sure it takes a real healthy coaching staff to get this to happen
at that level. Yeah. I mean, even more so than our baseball. Like, it was awesome to have pretty much as many, coaches, dads out there, or moms. Get out there, moms. But yeah, and that was, baseball, but football. Yeah. Dude, you need like a crew.
Dude, they're talking about Ryan being at least a backup on varsity.
Damn, right on, man. What, D-line, O-line?
Or probably wherever they're going to need him.
Shit.
No, they don't have him. They haven't been working him at
he's got some size, man. That's cool.
Yeah, I mean he's
tall, man.
I mean he's as tall as I am, and I mean he's 175.
Heck yeah.
I mean he's a big kid,
big for a freshman, man.
Yeah, that's as big as I am. I mean now.
Yeah.
That's 50 pounds heavier than I was.
What I was as like junior, senior.
Yeah. So
crazy, man. That's awesome.
He's probably definitely going to be starting on JV and
probably on like some special teams too. I remember that's kind of how they started bringing up some of those kids, like kickoff or PAT, stuff like that, just to get the physicality down. And,
put them on varsity special teams.
Oh, big time. Yep. Yeah, that's pretty common.
It'll be interesting. I mean, he's still, he's a big kid, but that's not that big for high school O-line or D-line. So, like, dude, we have a game against Gallup this year.
Oh wow, interesting.
I mean, it's gonna be some big kids on that team. I would think
so. Yeah, I mean, Gallup's not a huge town, but it's quite a bit bigger than Bayfield, right? So I mean, again, just probably the sheer pool of players are.
Yeah, I don't know what the population is.
Yeah,
but I would imagine it's bigger.
I would think so.
I would think that it's bigger than Durango population wise.
Yeah, I'm not sure about that, But yeah, no, man, football's a great sport. It was probably one of my favorite when I played in high school, just because it's so rewarding, man. I mean, all of it is really, but all the sports. But
And you played basketball in high school, didn't you?
yeah, pretty
Did
much up through my sophomore year, and then it was kind of political, but
Okay.
yeah, ended up getting cut as a junior, and it was pretty devastating actually, because that was the one sport that my dad was most into and just really wanted to play. But whatever, I ended up really putting a lot of energy into track and field. So that was cool.
Is Greeley a big city?
It is. Yeah, man. I mean, shoot, when I was there, it was probably pushing, I don't know, 80,000 population. But yeah, our high school was probably, what was my graduating class? Probably 300 or 400. So pretty good sized school.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Did you guys ever play Canyon City?
No, we played Douglas County. I mean, we played some big schools for sure. We were up at like 4A, 5A, but not Canyon City.
Justin, the guy that I used to work for over in Pagosa.
That's where he went.
Uh-huh.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
That's cool, man. Yeah, no, football was fun, man. Actually, when I was a sophomore, they had me start varsity I wasn't that big, but I was fast. And so, like, it was kind of a combination. It was an awesome position, man. They called it strong safety. So it was like this free safety mashed with a linebacker.
Yeah. You're the run stopping.
Just a little bit roaming in the middle of the field, but like just keying in on these running backs.
You're running and blitzing.
Boom, man. It was just
Yeah.
Like I said, it just gets you charged up, man. Like I just remember when it like clicked. Like, damn, I get this game now, Like it took a while. I mean, my mom wouldn't even let me play until I was a freshman. Yeah, like put on the pads. So, I mean, I didn't have much time to like really get going. I still remember, man, when I was a freshman.
I think a lot of, I don't think football has to be one of these sports that you have to go all the way up through youth football.
Oh, right.
To become anything. I think,
I mean, it is a fine line. Like, fortunately, I had like some speed and some natural talent, but it would have been nice to get more of like the strategy of the game down,
right?
And stuff like that. That would have been the only benefit. But
you're like what, 6? You're 6'2", 6'3"?
6 foot.
6. Oh, you're 6 foot?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
I thought you were taller, but yeah, I mean that's right about a strong safety size right there.
Yeah,
and yeah, there's a lot to learn, but they're not, unless you're a quarterback,
right,
or maybe a running back. I don't think really any of these coaching staffs are getting really into the X's and O's with you.
Yeah, maybe not.
They're not teaching.
But again, I didn't have anything to gauge it off of.
Right.
Because I only played. Like, I was going to say, man, when our schools were interesting, like our high school was 10, 11, 12th grade. So we had a junior high. So when I was in 9th grade, my first year playing, fucking coach gives me the playbook, wanted me to play quarterback. And I'm like, oh, fuck. Because again, like I had a lot of natural talent. And I was just like, I brought it home. I was like, Dad, like, what? It looked like a foreign language. So we were out there, me and my dad out in the yard, man, like even how to turn, which way to turn, depending on which way the running back was going. And
right.
It was wild, man. So yeah, it was a pretty big learning curve for me.
But that, I mean, but it's like, look at, and this is kind of how fucked things get sometimes. Like
right.
The kid that has been playing quarterback for
all
of our
Pee-wee.
all Pee-wee junior high isn't playing this season.
Yeah. Right.
He's not playing quarterback. So
you're saying like in the case of like maybe somebody coming in with more like raw natural talent.
Well, I mean, they're talking. I mean, I think that Bayfield would probably take just about anybody to play quarterback right now. I even talked to Ryan about it because Ryan's got a big arm.
Yeah,
and
that's right. Because I don't think Bryson's playing, and he was the QB last year. So
that's
tough, man.
That's the bummer of it is that you've sat down and you've given, 6th, 7th, 8th grade, plus, 4th and 5th grade, even where these kids are getting taught a few like X's and O's.
Sure.
And they're the most educated at that position.
But they're not playing.
And then there was one other kid that did a bunch in that youth football as a quarterback too. Mm-hmm. He's not, so wow. Neither one of them are. So whoever's starting at quarterback is starting fresh and green.
Jeez,
So all the X's and O's. So I think that there's a lot of that, unless some of these kids are groomed. Bigger cities, these kids are groomed.
Oh, big time.
Their dads go up through Pop Warner coaching them, and then
sure,
they're recruited by their high schools and
then
stuff
they're
like
almost
that.
Expected to play at that point,
right?
And maybe at a disregard sometimes for their wants and needs. Which I'm sure that happens.
There's a lot of that in youth sports.
Yeah,
true. But football is one of those ones. I think a lot of the game you can learn in your freshman year.
True.
And you can really find your stride.
Yeah.
In your senior year, and quarterback. That's a lot of the things about football is there's so much of it that can be done in the classroom.
Oh, big time.
Which I wish we would do more with baseball, even especially on the youth side.
I do wish we had more time, man. It's almost like you get into those seasons, and then before you know it, it's done. And I think back on like, dang man, I wish we could have at least done this, that, and the other. But
because you spend hours on the field,
right,
trying to help kids get a visual on something. It's easy for you to visualize, but not so easy for the kids to visualize. Yeah. If you just had a dry erase board, and you could draw some cutoffs, some this, some that, the way that things move, that way they instead of just on the field, and you can focus on some of the gameplay and the work on the field and everything like that.
Absolutely.
So when you started coaching Braden, gung-ho,
excuse me,
I love sports.
Yeah.
My son's going to love sports. How did that go? Expectation versus reality.
It was a challenge, man. I probably started with basketball, coaching him at a pretty young age. And, man, I just remember, gosh, what did we do? Probably was like first grade, I bet even. He was scared to get off the bench and go out on the court. It took a while, man. I was just like, all right, buddy. I think there was even a game where he didn't play. And just kind of struggled through that first season in that sense. So he's always had just a little bit of anxiety around, kind of being the center of attention and maybe some self-doubts of like, shit, am I going to do this right? Or,
like fear of failure.
Am I going to be judged by, how I perform kind of stuff? But that was interesting. It wasn't like he was like one of those kids that was just like out there just doing it without me,
just the hungry ones.
Right. Yeah. So he was definitely pretty reserved. And then I really saw a turn last year when he played football, because he had never played, and he gets out there and, they pretty much have him like starting cornerback and a little bit at wide receiver. And I was just like, dang, good for you, buddy. And I could just tell he was starting to get his confidence and like, damn, I can do this, just listen to the coaches and kind of put that to use out on the field. And so, looking back, that was the hard part, having my son out there, was like, I don't know. It was difficult.
I thought, I'm like, with my love of baseball, I'm going to teach these kids to love baseball.
Right.
They're going to see how much dad loves it, and they're going to love it. My kids didn't give a fuck.
Oh, yeah.
They were like, I put on baseball. I'm like, maybe if we just have the Padre game on all the time. My kids will really grow
Soak
to
it
like
up.
baseball. They're like, turn this shit off.
Oh, dude.
I mean,
it's still like that.
yeah.
I love watching you name it, man. Like Denver Nuggets or Broncos. Rockies. Braden probably hasn't watched shit,
Yeah.
to this point.
Yeah.
I'm just like, well, shit, I guess it is what it is, but
Yeah.
he's not me.
Ryan just started making a turn like last year and started liking it. And,
cool. Like watching it.
no.
Oh,
No, just liking it.
really
and
being
kind
like
of
into it. Yeah.
Yeah, I started playing some Madden and stuff, and I don't watch. When we got Starlink, I got rid of DirecTV, so we don't watch any sports like ever.
I see.
Just when we moved here, I've already talked about this one, but when we moved here, that's when the kneeling for the national anthem started.
Oh yeah.
And when we moved in, we had DirecTV, full package and everything.
Right.
I didn't watch a fucking single football game all year long.
Because of that.
And then COVID hit.
Oh shit, right.
So baseball was shortened, and then the season started. First game of the season, Padres, Dodgers. The MLB logo behind home plate was painted black, and they changed the letters to say BLM.
No shit.
And I was like, well, fuck you, baseball.
Damn.
And
I don't remember that.
yeah.
Shit.
And so I'm like,
That's pretty bold.
I have better things to do with my time. Like come out and sit out here and
Sure.
write shit or clean up my garage or tool around with things or make things or go outside or whatever it is. But
No, that's good on you for kind of redirecting that energy, because it could have spiraled out and, gotten pissed off and who knows?
Yeah,
Done something that you may have regretted, but, you kind of redirected that, came out here and ultimately did something, productive for yourself. And
that's like I know a guy who stopped watching sports, learned to play the guitar.
sure.
Then like took that and after he was getting going on the guitar, taught himself Spanish.
Hell yeah.
Like there's a replacement for your time. It doesn't, you don't have to be lost. And I just found that like, when I used to play fantasy football, I'm watching football all Sunday,
Oh shit. Right.
Monday, Thursday,
Yeah.
maybe some repeat games.
A little bit ridiculous.
Just nonstop on my phone looking at these people, looking at injury reports.
How many yards did he get?
Yeah.
All
Yeah.
that shit.
And I loved it, but it was a time suck. And
Yeah.
it's like there's other
Well,
shit
dude,
to do.
honestly, like back to the, idea of like, why isn't my kids watching sports? It's like, I'm actually fucking happy that
Right.
they're not vegging out, sitting down and like, all it is it's a time suck. It's just escaping,
Yeah.
so.
You got to have other hobbies,
Yep.
but the kids right now, too much time on the phone, too much time on the video
Or
games.
even just spending more time, again, like back to what I was saying early on, just being present and making that connection with your kid. Shit, we got I got 4 years pretty much left with Braden in the house and yeah.
Fingers crossed.
Yeah. Yeah, it is.
Hopefully
it's
not
a new generation,
15
right?
more.
But yeah, man, I think it's just kind of redeveloping, I guess, just cultural norms, really, because, I didn't have a whole lot of emotional support by any means from my dad.
Just kind of old fashioned.
Yeah, just kind of like, I'll coach you and connect that way. But there really wasn't any like deep, heart to heart type, emotional support. Yeah. And not even really from my mom. So that's been the biggest challenge for me is not getting that as a child and trying to figure out how to give that to my children.
Yeah.
Fuck. Yeah.
Yeah, it's
the biggest challenge, man.
Because you're constantly putting yourself in fucking check, right? You're in this constant state of retrospect and like questioning, like, did I handle this the right way?
Oh, right.
I could have been more like this.
Sure.
I could have been less like this. Like, because my dad was raised by a tough man, tough Nebraska farmer.
Mm-hmm.
It's kind of shit like, clean your room, Jerry, is what Grandpa would say.
Yeah.
Dad didn't get the room clean. Grandpa went and threw all of his fucking shit away.
Oh, fuck.
Damn.
Damn.
Dad, aunt, and uncle are in the back seat of the car. My uncle's fucking with my aunt. My grandpa just turns around and smacks my dad because he thought it was my dad fucking with my aunt.
Oh, shit.
Just shit like, and
Damn.
no. Well, you shouldn't be letting that happen to your sister then. Just shit like that. And
Damn.
so my dad they didn't come from the generation of your parents telling you we're proud of you.
Sure.
They didn't come from the generation of your parents saying I love you.
Sure.
Oh,
absolutely.
So
yeah. No, I mean, and, also goes through my head like, well, it's not their fault,
No.
But that really doesn't do any good either. Right. Cause then it just puts me in this like, oh, well, there's no sense in finding blame. It's really like, what the fuck can I do about it? And like, whether it's podcasts or reading or, going to therapists, I mean, just how can you develop that skill, And
It's a skill.
Yeah, absolutely a skill, especially not having any coaching on it.
Yeah,
influences.
There's a lot of self-coaching, and
Right.
there is a lot of. I mean, you definitely have to just acknowledge, and you, like you said, being accountable.
Yeah.
Right. Like you have to look at it and be like, take full responsibility for a situation. Like if this whole situation went wrong, well, this could have been different. This could have been different. This could have been, but I could have seen it better.
Sure.
And I could have made the necessary steps before things happen. Like just kind of always blaming yourself to a degree, and not to the point of blaming yourself to feel guilty, blaming yourself to the point of finding a solution for the problem.
Okay. Sure.
Whether it be being more proactive, having better foresight, taking these steps to
Sure.
avoid, and even thinking through this is one way of taking a step to avoid
Absolutely.
the same fucking thing happening again.
Yeah. And I good points. And I also think that being able to just do it, no one's going to do this shit perfectly. No one's got a playbook. No one's, you're going to fuck up. You're going to make mistakes, but to not beat yourself up is what I've really been trying to focus on. Rather than getting caught in this spiral of like being hesitant to do something because I am worried I'm not going to do it right. Like just do it. Like the Nike folks say, just do it, with the experience you've got, using the knowledge you've got, and, not anything that's going to harm anybody or anything like that, but
have confidence in your judgment.
Just give it a shot. Yeah.
Do the right
confidence.
thing.
Yep. Use your best judgment. You can evaluate how things went, but again, like the ability to be in the moment is much more critical to me than dwelling on the past or worrying about the future.
So that's the name of the podcast is the Backwards Forward Podcast.
Oh, sure.
Right.
Yeah.
So it's about taking a step back, looking at it all, and you're moving forward.
Good deal.
I mean, you could turn that into a lot more words, but that's the simplicity of it is like, not sitting here and just retrospect, feeling bad, pointing blame, like you take the step back, identify the problem, and then it's all about how do we go forward from there.
Right.
And so, that's kind of how I think of things, how I deal with things,
how you approach it,
and how I live my life. And that's kind of how the name came.
That's
Is
cool.
just,
I like it.
I mean, there's a couple things of, I had the little thing made, little
What's
logo with the bat. Well, it's on. Oh shit!
Oh,
you
is
know
this
what? You know what? I fucked up. I normally have this screen. I don't even have it. Normally, this screen has.
Oh, I see. So you can see it on the video.
Yeah. So
That's cool, man.
that little logo right there
Yeah.
is this.
I dig it. And it's
That was-
Blake Foster. That's cool, man.
Yeah, it was. I was over at the neighbor's house, and they got he got a CNC plasma cutter.
Nice.
So we just fucked around for a second, and
That's cool, dude.
he cut that out. Well, and I was like, I talked to him about wanting to make a like a brand
Oh, okay.
to kind of brand something,
Oh,
and
sure.
just doing it an easy way. And so in making that, he cut those letters out.
Ah.
But then I just took that because I was gonna like spray paint on the back, like I make coasters
Oh, cool.
sometimes out of wood.
Yeah.
And so I was spray painting the back of them with that, and then
No, that's cool.
I
man.
just turned around and I liked it, and I just go, "What the fuck?" So all that is there is a picture of that
Oh, shit.
on white paper, and then
Thoughtcast. I like it, man.
and
just
it was
saw
a
that.
backwards B.
Right.
I don't, but like
Forward.
in thinking about it, yeah, like that. It's just how it came about. Let's take a break here for a minute.
Yeah, man. Let's do it.
And she was on a call, and she never turns her Bluetooth off,
Oh.
and the Polaris has Bluetooth and all that shit. So
Oh, hey.
every now and then I'll start her truck and move her truck, or move the Polaris, and
Yeah.
all
Hear,
this.
hear the conversation.
It just all of a sudden pops up to disconnect from her inside. So,
shit.
but no, the Rottweilers, they're nice. They're very nice, but they're to the point where I didn't want them jumping on your truck.
Oh,
That
right.
sometimes
I
that-
appreciate that, man.
Sometimes that can happen. They get excited to see guests.
Yeah.
They're as nice as could be. They just look mean.
Yeah, they are.
Which is-
they do look mean, man. I was speaking of trauma. No, it wasn't that traumatic, but our next door neighbor, we live in a cookie cutter development with big privacy fences. They had a Rottweiler. Fuck, dude, it was like vicious. I don't know why, but like they were even nervous to like if it had ever gotten out. And our kids were young, and my daughter, I think somebody was over chatting with them, but my daughter climbed up on this step stool to look over the fence. The fucking Rottweiler comes charging all the way across the yard, dude. Fucking, I had to like pull my kid down.
my
dude.
God.
It was fucking nuts.
We used to have this family friends that had these Rottweilers, and they were monsters. They're big, and they were never nice. And we had one before moving here, and then we've had these two, and they've all been absolute sweethearts.
That's cool.
I mean, if the wrong dog comes into the yard,
That's
they'll
just natural instinct right there. You know
yeah,
what I mean,
and they roughed up one guy, the guy that owns the lot across the street. He has a little chocolate lab that he lets out, and it runs all over the place. Well,
yeah.
one day the neighbor girl was coming over, and the dogs are down at the fence, and she left it open for them, and they ran out, and they roughed the dog
shit.
up a little bit because they're sisters, and they don't. When you raise two dogs like that together, they don't really grow up like
Interesting.
real. Like they don't go through.
If they were on their
like,
own.
yeah, they kind
Yeah.
of stay puppies a little bit. I mean, I still
see.
call them puppies, and they're
Yeah.
They're like 5 now. They wouldn't hurt a human. They wouldn't hurt a soul.
Yeah.
But another dog, they kind of just that's where their pack mentality kind of gets in, and if a dog's shitty with them, it'll take some time, and then they're good with the dog. But if the dog's shitty with them and they're kind of peeking a little bit, they'll rough another dog up. But
no, it was wild, man. I was actually looking up, I don't know why, but my uncle in New York has a Rottweiler, and it's it sounds like a lot like yours, just super gentle, really. I was looking up, like, why were these bred? What were they bred for? You probably know, but dude, it was this
plowing.
Well, and dude, it was wild. Some of them apparently in wherever it was, Germany or somewhere over there, they fucking showed this Rottweiler with this cart. It was hauling a cart full of meat like deli meat products. So they were like meat.
They were like, they're like cows.
Almost like draft horses, but dogs. I was just like, fuck, that is wild. The picture's like burned in my mind. I was like, holy shit, dude. Do you fucking imagine like a big ass Rottweiler, all this fucking meat cut up in the back?
Dude, I had one of my first job. I worked for water purification, or not my first job, but my first one out of high school.
Yeah,
I did a lot of like water softeners and reverse osmosis and stuff like that. I called this lady up, kind of in a rural area, and I go, "Hey, I'm having a tough time finding your house because the way the road goes, this is way before navigation and internet on your phones or anything." And she goes, "Oh, we're the yellow house, kind of Victorian looking." Like, okay, I remember which one that was. I'll be right there.
Yeah.
I get out of my truck and I walk up to her front porch and I knock on her door and she goes, "Oh, hold on, let me get the dog." And just then I look over and there's a fucking just like 150-pound Rottweiler, and it looks up at me and it goes, "Row," and just takes a lunge at me. Like, I jump down her stairs, I run, I like dive into the back of my truck.
Oh God!
And the dog stopped, and I was like, "You fucking bitch!"
Damn.
Like,
no shit.
I just called you and told you I was on my fucking way.
Oh my God!
And you left this dog out, and she's like, "Thank God the mail was tied up." And I look over, and he's on like a clothesline looking run, and he was bigger than she was. And I'm just going like, fucking people and your dogs. Like we got those we got those for bears.
Oh sure,
just to have a big tough dog.
Or shit, even mountain lions too. I'm sure.
Just keep the shit off the property.
Yeah.
Because they're outside all night.
Yeah, you let them out.
Yeah,
that's cool.
Yeah, I built a dog house on the side of the house. Mm-hmm. They have a dog door. They have a nice warm place in the winter. We put a heater in for them. So
I think that's critical for property this size for sure. And where we live.
We're like the only house around that doesn't end up with bears in the yard kicking trash cans over or whatever.
Think people would catch on, huh?
Some people don't. They just don't like those dogs at all. They all want to have cattle dogs or healers or labs or whatever.
We've got some friends east of town here. They got lots of acreage, probably a couple hundred. What's the breed? Just awesome dog, man. Awesome, just really good mannerisms. But it's just this big, like mountain. I think it's a Bernese mountain dog.
Okay, yeah. I was gonna say, is it like Hoagie's
gentle,
colors?
Giant, dude, but like
black, white,
stare
brown
down a mountain lion kind of thing,
Is it like black, white, and brown?
Yep.
Okay.
Yep.
That's
sure.
right. That's what it is.
Yeah, dude. Baloo. Man, how cool though. Just go fucking. What are you doing? What are you talking about, mountain lion?
Yeah.
Like, get off my shit.
I don't know how afraid or not the Rottweilers would be. They do
it's hard
get.
To say. I mean, good thing you do have a couple of them because they'd probably be a little more confident.
They are defensive,
sure.
And but going back to Bailey and I for a few years lived in we lived in this city, El Cajon. lot more foot traffic, a lot more people that a lot of that foot traffic could have potentially been on some methamphetamines.
Right.
A lot, there's
Crime
more
level probably
tweakers.
increased.
Yes. Yeah. And when we were getting a dog for our backyard, she's like, I'd like a golden retriever. I'm like, no,
Fuck that.
I'm like, fuck that. Because if a tweaker looks over the fence and they see that, like,
Yeah.
if a tweaker looks over the fence and they see that big old brown and black monster,
They ain't fucking thinking
they're
twice,
like,
man.
they're not going to find out if the dog's nice or not. They're just going to like, let's go next door.
Right.
And sorry, neighbors, but not in my backyard. So that's why we got Riley was her name. And
Oh, right on.
she was just awesome.
Yeah.
So good with the boys ever since they were born.
That's cool,
Just
man.
as sweet as could be. And so we're fans of the breed, but
Yeah.
like,
I'm just not. I've never had one in my family, but yeah, man, I'm sure. Just like even, I don't know.
we had one neighbor that's an art teacher for
Oh,
the
I know what you're talking about.
and we don't we don't talk or anything. I mean, there's no like animosity or whatever that I know of towards each other, but we just don't have a relationship.
Uh-huh.
But when the boys went to school, she proceeded to tell my boys that Rottweilers are dangerous dogs. And I was like, fucking, how dare you?
Yeah, no shit.
Like, you have my kids,
Just
like,
inappropriate, really.
yeah, it is. Like, know your role, stay in your role, like, and,
Right.
don't have these sidebars
Yeah. No, that's
with,
bullshit,
like,
man.
if you're not even talking to me as a neighbor,
right. Into fucking.
then don't
Yeah, that's just.
don't fucking talk to my
that's
kids like
totally
that.
lame, man.
Especially
I'm gonna get at them through the kids, kind of.
third and fourth grade.
Oh fuck. Yeah, that's shitty, dude.
Yeah, it was that one was a surprise.
I bet.
To hear them come home and say that. And I'm like, you guys don't even know the fucking dogs.
Right.
Yeah. Like they don't.
Yeah.
Anyway,
that's too bad, man.
Sometimes there's misconceptions, and sometimes, like one of my best friends had a golden retriever that would chew your ass apart if
sure.
it got a hold of it.
Yeah, man. It's just all depends,
Terrifying.
Right? Wow.
Terrifying.
Yeah, just
if you looked at it,
couple
normal,
loose screws,
long-haired,
Oh,
golden,
yeah.
and this thing was like just a man-eating fucking thing. It was terrifying.
Holy shit, man.
So, yeah, we were talking outside of like, just general, men's health, of having opportunities to sit down and talk and bullshit. Yeah. Not something that men do a lot. And
yeah, it's really not.
It's important. I try and tell my friends, like, look, I'm proud of you.
Sure.
It's not something my dad like ever said.
Right.
I think maybe once or twice.
Yeah.
But I like to be the kind of person that people want to talk to.
Right.
Because I get off my chest what I need to get off my chest, and
right.
But yeah, I always at least talking about similar things. Like, we're near the same age.
Right.
We have kids that are very near the same age. And so that's what this whole platform is, but not to get off on any of that. I mean,
No, I appreciate you bringing that up, Blake. I mean, one of the things we've been working on as in my family unit anyway is affirmations. And it's exactly what you said, just like, hey, good job, is for the smallest thing. I mean, it all adds up, and it just builds whatever relationship you're trying to, foster.
Well, because how many times have we sat there and gone, guys, take the fucking trash out.
Right.
Or pick your fucking dishes up.
Yeah. Yeah.
Or
they're so just that's what they're used to hearing, right? It's
right.
like just
So
kind of these little like fucking beat downs,
So when they take the trash out, hey, thanks for taking the trash out.
Yep.
Like, and actually being like, you want them to be present enough to, we're conscientious enough to see it and do it. You got to make sure that you're
it works both ways, right? So I've been really trying to work on these affirmations and not pestering, right? Like, hey, either my kids get something done, then yeah, that's an opportunity to affirm that. Yeah, I appreciate it, and I love you kids, but rather than like, cause it's just been so much of just like, dang, dude, pick up your damn room or, do your laundry.
And
they just shut down.
Right.
Yeah.
I mean, I have a bit of ferocity at times with them that they don't always deserve those moments in that moment, but it's a culmination of all of the shit that's led up to it. Like, as far as you tell them, and then finally, like, you lose your shit, and I've kind of, the kids are to a point where they don't want to have dad be that pissed anymore. But like, look, we're raising young men, right? We're not raising boys.
Sure.
They're born boys.
Yeah.
They don't need to be any more fucking boy. They need to be, they need to start taking the steps into being young men.
Yeah.
And look, I can sit here and fucking, just be soft on you all the time, but the world's not soft.
Right.
Like, you're going to go work for an asshole.
Sure.
And he's going to call you a fucking dumb fuck. Sure. Or, I mean, we don't want our kids to go through it, but they need to at some point. I work for some red ass old men.
Yeah.
And in some of my younger years where you're like, you just need to get it fucking right. Like, that's their whole point too.
Sure.
Is not, they don't just sit there and yell at you about your fuck up. They walk over to you and yell at you and go, this is how you need to do it. And I've taken that with the boys, but yeah, I've tried to get better at having conversations with because my dad chatted with me a lot.
Oh, good. That's awesome.
I gave him a lot of reasons to,
but still, man, I mean,
he would always time. He was much more,
because I didn't have that, growing up, but it just reminds me like of the challenge of being stern and not being like, I don't know, just whether it's overly stern or just inappropriately so, and that's been my challenge, is like, okay, how do I show up? Again, it just keeps coming back to that. How do I show up, be present, but not be an asshole, but also be stern, and not lose my shit.
Right?
Dude, if anyone has the recipe to that fucking puzzle.
Well, it's one of those things where you gotta taste the spoon. We've tried a lot of recipes. We know what does work, kind of what doesn't work, but you still can't get this outcome without some of these ingredients.
Sure.
So you just gotta,
maybe just refining them, right? And
absolutely,
yeah. And it's different for everybody, obviously. So
every kid is different. Both of mine are different. I mean, Ryan,
every father's different. I mean,
Tyler would have garbage overflowing out of his room if we let him.
Right.
Ryan vacuums his own room. Yeah. Keeps it clean.
There you go, man.
Ryan,
it's just like, you gotta be adaptable, right?
Yeah. They're both very, very different. Tyler's a very, very nice kid. Ryan is a good kid, but he's not the kid that's going to walk up to you and give you a hug.
Sure.
And if you walk up to him and give you a hug, he's like, like that. Tyler,
I know the type.
Tyler will walk over to you and give you a hug. But I think we've got a lot out of our way through raising them to the point where I think our words start start hitting them a little bit different. And
when, especially if you are consistently evaluating that, right?
Mm-hmm.
Like, and refining how you are trying to get whatever message across,
And the message has probably, for the most part, always been the same.
Right.
It's just been how you've delivered
just a different
it.
approach. Yep. Delivery for sure.
And, to where, because that's, trying to get either one of the boys to talk about much isn't very easy to do.
Yeah.
Making sure that you're present when they finally do start to talk to you, making sure you have the time, or taking that time when they finally go, hey.
Well, and what that's going to take is through thick and thin, keeping that relationship intact and open, right? Not like, for me, trying not to get all pissed off when he does something fucking stupid, because he's going to do it, 14-year-old boy. But just keeping my cool and keeping that connection.
Yeah.
Right. Because, you're right. I mean, I could just spin out on some shit and then, there he is, ready to talk about something significant. And maybe miss out on it,
Yeah. I'm trying to be better about, like, walking away a little bit and letting it de-escalate.
That's huge, man.
To where, like, the overall blood pressure of the situation has gone down.
Cool off a little bit, yeah.
And then you can go, dude.
Yeah.
And have a normal conversation with him instead of a conversation where he's pissed or you're pissed.
Yeah. Just too hot to.
Yeah. One of you's getting hotter and the other one's shutting down, and you're like, everything, the entire message that you attempted to deliver is just fucked off, and then you're pissed.
Well, and something else, like, I think that's critical, is to give them the opportunity to show up on their end, right? Like, hey, is this a good time to talk about this? And it might not be, and then if it's not, hey, let's revisit this after dinner. I want to talk about it, but we're not going to kick the can down the road. That's when my thing is like, fuck, I'll just keep fucking.
See, prime example of that was not yesterday, the day before. They both walk into the garage, and I go, how you guys doing? How did practice go? And Ryan goes, horrible. I'm like, well, what's happened? What's going on?
Yeah.
You give me a fucking hint. You give me a clue like that. Like, I want to know.
I
know
need
more. And he's like, I don't want to talk about it. I'm like, buddy, I don't want to talk about
That's
it.
Classic.
I'm like, dude. And he finally goes, I said I don't want to talk about it, all right? I'm like, okay.
Yeah, to respect that.
And then, later on, making dinner, and Tyler debriefed me on what was going on a bit, and I was able to just have a conversation. And it went totally good. Like, it was awesome. Totally different than.
Yeah, obviously, he wasn't in this space, and it just wasn't the time at that time.
Recognizing that.
No, that's good on you, man. Because, I mean, that's really been my challenge, is like, and then I'll get all pissed off, like, oh, fuck, he doesn't want to talk to me, and it's just like, well, what's the point, and fucking all this stupid shit goes through my head.
Yeah.
It's really just like, fuck, all right.
Because there's a point as a dad, you're like, fuck, I had enough of you. I had fucking enough of you.
Enough of this adulting shit.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
But I mean, that's shit that is shit that goes on in our fucking heads while we're dealing with these kids. And, and it is frustrating because you don't want the disconnect. Like, as a parent, you're like, if I would have never had fucking kids if I wanted to be disconnected from my kids.
Yeah.
Exactly. And not be close and not have a relationship with them. Yeah.
Go haywire.
Yeah. It's like, no, I want to have a fucking good relationship. I want to help you through it. And it's like, these are their toughest times. And these are, like, as parents, fuck, they're ours too.
Right.
Think about how much harder this is than just wiping an ass and handing them a bottle,
No shit.
or just giving them fucking balloons or buying them Hot Wheels for birthday
shit,
or Christmas. Like,
We didn't know what was coming on.
yeah, had no idea. Now, like, we're so priced out of Christmas, it's just like I don't even know what to get you guys anymore.
No shit.
Yeah,
Oh,
they've
man.
been completely spoiled. But
It's been quite the journey, man. I mean, I still remember when we told our parents that Osha was pregnant. My mom's. It's just funny, like how everyone tries to. Oh yeah, here's this guide to new dads, and it's like that shit ain't gonna help. You just gotta fucking get through it, man.
yeah.
You just gotta do it, man.
I mean, it is one value about hanging around. Like, once your kids start getting that school age,
Sure.
as you're hanging around, or little league age, or whatever, you start hanging around other parents that are close to the same age, have kids close to the same age.
Yeah.
And then you can just sit there and joke and talk about, oh, the other fucking day I walked into the kid's room and
Totally.
one of them pulled, by their crib, you got the basket with baby powder and with Aquaphor and all that shit. I had one Ryan one night pulled out, I can't remember if it was Ryan or Tyler. I don't remember where they got coffee from, like a bag of ground coffee.
Shit.
But there was Aquaphor, like just
Smear all
there
over
was
the
like
fucking place.
a wicker basket. It was like all stuck in it. There's fucking coffee grounds all over the room.
Fuck.
He like woke up and just went full raccoon on shit, and you're like, you don't even like,
Yeah.
It's
No,
just
those are like
that kind of shit you get to talk to other
right
dads
but,
about, or
back to like your whole premise for this podcast is like it doesn't happen often,
no.
this men talking to men even about trivial shit like that, but
Yeah.
it's important. I mean, I don't think I ever like opened up like that with even you, like, yeah, man, when our kids were young like that, just stories. Just, for some reason, I've been trained like, oh yeah, just, that's your shit. Just deal with it.
You keep your family shit in house,
Right,
and don't
right.
let anybody.
But that kind of can start to fester, obviously.
Of course.
Right. And
Yeah.
then it's just all in your head. So it's just so important to just get this shit out.
I have one very good buddy that I talk to. I haven't talked to him in a while, but we would talk very frequently about just shit.
Yeah.
Just kind of life and stuff and where you're at, and it's important. I was wondering, I mean, for us here, it hasn't been for a lack of meeting like good people that you go, hey, we could definitely hang out with them and have a beer and
Sure.
have a good time,
Yeah.
but just don't do it.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I mean, you live in a little smaller neighborhood to where you have people a little bit more right in front of you.
Sure. Yeah.
But like, has it been that way for you here with the family? Do you kind of feel a lot more like it's not this big group of friends that all kind of families, you got 3, 4, 5 families that hang out and have barbecues every other couple months, and because all the birthday parties.
No,
and
it
all this
has
shit.
not been that way for me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's kind of just
No.
been you guys and
Yeah, I mean, it's kind of like I remember first moving into the neighborhood, and you start to get to know all your neighbors pretty well, and and even just on our block, we've got several other kids for sure, both of our kids' age, but ultimately, it just falls back to just this retreat, and like, hey, this is my little domain in a sense, Which is interesting for sure.
It is, because you guys have always been like, we need to have their family up, and have
Right.
some drinks and hang out and let the kids run around and fuck around.
Yeah.
Like the Coronados are super cool people. Like
Yeah.
I've always thought I need to have them up.
Yeah.
Let them hang out. The Lambs, they You know, they come up on we usually see them about 2 times a year.
Oh, cool.
Trunk or treating.
Oh, sure.
At Forest Lakes, and then like we have a Christmas party.
Oh, fun.
Where we only have it was the same people that would do the trunk or treat, which was us, the Lambs, and then another family, and then the Hudspeths.
Oh, sure.
They came over for the Christmas party last year. And so for the Christmas party, we just set up like games all over the house.
Oh, that's badass.
You know, like ping pong, darts. Before we changed the boys' room, we had foosball, a 2-hoop basketball thing, like cornhole. We set up golf in the hallway.
Yeah.
Big Jenga. And you know, just
dude, that's badass. Like I admit, I often have like ideas like that. Like, God, not only is it important for the parents, the grown-ups, but man, just that interaction, that social interaction for the kids is like critical too. You know, because they're really only seeing each other in school and any sports they might do, kind of thing. You know, so
that's what I'm like.
I mean,
they have each other
we're
on
more
games.
than happy to fucking
yeah.
I mean, we of course it's always excuses. You know, our house is too small, or you know,
well, I got
what are they going to think of whatever, you know?
Bringing the Hudspeths in, and which they're fucking awesome people. But
actually, I work with kind of indirectly with is it Tony?
Yeah, love the guy.
Oh, he's cool, man.
Yeah,
sure.
And
actually, his wife,
he's gonna do this with me too.
Oh, fun.
Yeah,
no, good dude. His wife played volleyball with us just this past.
Oh, did she?
Winter. So yeah,
they're a hoot.
What's her name?
Andrea.
Anyway. Yeah, that's right. Yeah.
They're a hoot.
Dre, we call her Dre.
Dre. Yeah, he called her Dre. Like,
I love it.
It got. I mean, because us 4, Lamb 4.
Yeah.
Hudspeth,
that's a fucking full house.
5. And then the Thurbers 4.
Nice.
So it was a full house. Like my dry erase board over there, is all gridded out and a whole like 1 through 9. We just pick our teams.
Did you do like a white elephant or what?
Huh?
Oh,
we did
teams.
For teams.
I see.
We ended up we did a white elephant. I don't know if we did one last year. I can't remember.
Oh, right on.
We did one the year before. We may have, but that entire dry erase board is all just gridded out from all of our games. Like,
oh, cool.
Every team that's going to play every team and every game.
Damn,
so we
that's
try
badass, man.
So it's
all dialed in.
It's a bunch of fun. But other than that, like, I mean,
I know, dude. You know what's crazy too? Like, I don't know if it's fucking where we live or the demographics or what it is, but like, man, I go down to like, I'll visit like New Orleans, for instance, and it's just like everyone's fucking comfortable talking with each other and open doors and just like, fuck yeah, come on over, we're having a fucking crawfish boil, or, you know, like just so much more community. It's so awkward.
We hung out a lot more, you know, when we lived in San Diego.
Right.
And yeah, I there's part of me that wonders, like, the majority of the people there all grew up there.
True.
And we all went to, you know, if we didn't go to the same high school, we went to the same high school. They went to a high school in the same district, you know, and we all, I mean, there's
pretty tight knit then. Yeah.
You know, within a pretty small area, you've got like, I mean, our high school district, I think there's 11 high schools in our district. And if you saw geographically the size of this area where there's 11 high schools, you'd be like,
damn.
It'd be like, holy shit. But
like it's a large area or?
No.
Oh, it's not.
No.
Damn, yeah, that is.
I mean,
a lot of high schools.
Shit. And that's just, I mean, that's just a Grossmont Union High School district. That's not
right.
Sweetwater. That's not Chula Vista, San Diego Union. I mean, there's many other high school districts in San Diego County.
Right.
but there's 11.
Well, maybe there is something to the, maybe not a lot of these folks in Bayfield, I guess, are originally from here, and it's just kind of like this, where do I fit in kind of thing.
Yeah.
And I don't know, man, but
because back there it's like, okay, say we didn't, like one of my good buddies, like now I ended up coaching his kid in Little League, and then our families became great friends.
Yeah.
But like he went to the high school, small mountain high school right next to, like close to our town. I didn't know him growing up, but like he knew this person that knew my buddy, and we know buddies, and we've all got these weird buddy connections all over. We knew this guy, we knew this guy, we knew this girl, these people. So there's that kind of like less than 6 degrees of separation that gets you together.
Yeah.
And
at least have something to connect on, right?
And I mean,
well, dude, honestly, like the more you do talk with other people, that connection is typically there. It's just not expressed, or I mean, I'm telling you, dude, I'll talk with people traveling for work, for instance, and just be like, no shit, man, you fucking know that dude, or you know what I mean?
Yeah,
like it's fucking amazing. We just don't fucking do it here for some fucking weird reason. Dude, it's so wild.
I'll tell you,
but it takes people like you, dude, to be like, fucking come on over, dude.
Yeah.
Like, you know what I mean?
Yeah, like the lady at Napa here. Her niece is married to a good buddy of mine that I grew up with.
No shit.
And you're just talking and bullshitting. You know who Bob McCoy is?
Yeah.
Big beard.
Yep.
His best friend, through talking with him, his best friend worked with my brother-in-law.
Unreal.
His best friend was the wood stair foreman, and my brother-in-law was a steel stair foreman for a company that made custom stairs. Bob McCoy's lived here like his whole fucking life.
Yeah.
And it's just like,
oh my God.
And how does he know a guy from Santee? And there, I mean, there are, one of the guys I worked with when I first moved here, we got to talking. I don't want to name drop, but we got to talking. I moved from Lemon Grove to Alpine when I was 6 years old, 1986. In 1987, he moved into the house directly across the street. And I go, hey, I remember this family, that family, and I remember this other family. And he goes, that family was my foster family.
Wow.
Like, and we're talking about a 15 house cul-de-sac.
Yeah.
800 miles away from here.
Oh my God.
That this dude basically lived directly across the street from me. Well, he didn't live there. He moved in there a year after I had moved out. But here we are.
Damn.
Out here, both from San Diego, and he lived.
So yeah, I mean, I think those connections are there.
Right, they're everywhere.
But then it's like, how do you take it a step further, and like what do you do with that? Like, because I've often just thought like, taking the approach of just appreciating like all these quirky little coincidences throughout life, but then like, does it need to go anywhere from there? That's kind of where I get a little hung up.
Well,
I mean,
I find that
it's just like, I guess it's ultimately what you need as an individual, right? I mean, like, yeah, if that's what you want in your life, to really explore these connections and make new connections, and
I think you use a good word of explore, and I think that in some of these other ways, there's no exploration.
Right.
Like, these people's backstory, them from high school, them from wherever, and it makes that connection more effortless.
Yeah. Or maybe even in your head, you're like, I don't need to know anything more about whoever it might be, but that's kind of a cop out too, You just
don't. And maybe it's our kids' age where you just are kind of fucking busy.
Sure.
And you know, the reality is that like where we live, we're always looking around us and going, we need to do more outside.
Right.
Like no matter how much you do,
Sure.
like you need
There's
to
always
get out
that
on the
kind of hanging there, right? Like, damn, it's fucking beautiful. Look at where we live. You know, why aren't you out?
There's
Whatever.
lakes, there's hikes, there's mountain bikes, there's motorcycles, there's snowboards.
Right.
There's I mean all of this shit that we all feel like we're not doing enough. Having people over for a barbecue is kind of like you already know what that one is.
Sure.
You know,
Yeah.
and so I think there's a big part of that, but plus our kids
There's a lot to it, man, for sure.
our kids' ages.
Yeah.
You know, like we didn't have back home, like middle school sports don't exist.
Oh, interesting. Yeah.
They-
I don't remember them either.
They,
We had kind of some intramural stuff, but
I mean, we have
not like this.
I mean, we have rec shit and everything, like or Pop Warner or you know lacrosse and all this, but it's not really associated with any schools.
Right.
Like
Right.
it's crazy. Our kids have football, basketball, volleyball.
Now it's everything.
Everything.
Yeah.
You know.
Starting in 6th. Yeah, it's fucking wild,
Yeah.
man.
In 6th grade, they've got all these middle school sports. You know,
Fucking grow
7
up
days,
quick, man.
5 days a week practice.
I know.
You know, and games and
Fucking insane, dude.
And so I think you get caught up in life, and
Yeah.
it's easy. It is easy to find or make excuses as to why
yeah.
and not. And
That's what it is, man. It's just for me. It's just no matter what it is, it's an excuse. You know, if you're not doing something, especially if you know it'll benefit you, you know, emotionally, spiritually, physically, is overcoming that whatever that hesitancy and just being like, what the fuck?
And I wonder if it kind of going back to like how you're talking like Braden's kind of early anxiety
Sure.
in sports where like you're just like, look, I'm comfortable at home.
Sure.
You know, I'm comfortable after work. We're comfortable here, you know, instead of getting everything picked up, you know, done, cleaned up, having people come over.
Sure. Oh,
you know,
absolutely, man.
And the
I mean,
rat race.
it's that classic, like, you know, wanting to just live in that little comfortable space, you know, like climb back into the womb. You know, that's classic, like therapy talk for sure, is like, you know, we've got these primal brain and the thought process is just like, I just want to be comfortable and survive.
Right.
You know, I don't want to take risks. I don't want to be uncomfortable. It's wild, man.
And you're, you know, like,
but you're not exercising anything by just slinking away and fucking making excuses and
but like here it's almost like you're building a whole new family.
sure. Yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
like I mean, look,
Yeah.
I don't have, Bailey has one cousin that lives here, and her husband, and their two daughters that much younger, but she got one cousin that lives here. Other than that, no other family.
Right.
I mean, we moved here
Just
basically
totally,
not knowing anybody.
Yeah,
I mean,
wow.
I kind of knew, because all we did when we'd come in vacation here, we'd go up to the lake,
yeah,
stay at the cabin, be here for 3 weeks,
and then bounce.
just live up here and live up there, and then go back home.
right.
There wasn't any hanging out. There wasn't any friends. There wasn't any of that. And so it's, you know, you kind of are building a family, but you don't have you don't have the family obligation side of it.
Yeah.
You know, to where
No,
like,
that introduces a whole new dynamic for sure, man.
if you
Like,
guys-
I mean, I do have some family around here, you know, and it's still like, yeah, like, do you feel obligated to, like, you know, I honestly don't see like my brother that much, but he lives, you know, a mile away.
oh, does he really?
Yeah.
Oh, I had
Yeah,
no idea.
Yeah, for sure.
Is that the middle brother or the youngest?
The middle?
Middle.
Yeah, the youngest is up in northern Colorado where my dad's at still.
Okay.
So, but my mom and one of my brothers is down here.
Oh, mom's down here too.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. So that's been cool, man. But still, it's like, you know, when we feel obligated to spend time with family, it's just interesting because it almost for me is like, okay, we kind of got that out of the way, you know, and then I don't need to expand my whatever friend group or whatever it might be. But dude, even like sitting here talking with you today is just like, it's encouraging because there's just so much out in the world, man, and like so much to talk about, so much to relate to, and you know, it just makes me realize that I could be doing more for sure to like really, you know, all this talk of mental health and, you know, how critical it is to understand it for one, but then like, okay, what do I need? You know, what do I need for myself?
I mean, you know, one thing we don't do, 5 or 6 guys and our families hanging out,
right,
and having some cocktails together.
Sure.
It's something we just, you don't do. And,
right.
It'll, I'm sure it'll be happening. It's gonna happen more and more. I think as the kids are gonna get a little bit older, and
yeah, but I mean, it's almost like,
is it too late?
Well, no, man. I think it's more like rather than think about how the kids are gonna interact, just
5 or 6 of us dudes hanging out, having a couple beers.
Well, no, I mean, even if it is all the families,
yeah.
And not force it, but just make it happen. Mm-hmm. And again, man, there's going to be some uncomfortableness, but that's good. You know, I think that's beneficial in the long run.
And I don't think, I mean, like of the families that we've like gotten close with and friends with, and again, and not overwhelmingly close.
Right.
I don't think there's a bad one in the bunch as far as like where wives and husbands aren't going to get, like all the ones that I just named,
right,
are like, excuse me, you know, like my wife hasn't talked with your wife a bunch, but gets along great.
Oh, sure.
You know?
Yeah.
And yeah, like I said, the other names that we mentioned, I think there are kids that have that, which I don't think they're boys that have a tough time. I think they just got to break the ice.
And not even a tough time, but it's healthy.
Mm-hmm.
It's healthy to continue to, like, in a way, like push these uncomfortable situations on these kids, right? I think it's important, and it's just going to take, especially from us men, you know, just some perseverance and just making things happen. You know, like even today, my wife went into Durango. She's got this group of women who she's stayed in touch with from when Braden was born, because they all had babies together and they were all in this like prenatal yoga. And dude, there's like 10 women, and they're like, dude, like almost monthly, they're like, yeah, we're going to some, you know, restaurant in Durango, right. And oh yeah, we're going on the river trail in Durango, and it's just like, damn,
that's cool.
That's cool, man.
Yeah, that's.
So yeah, no, it's all good, man. I mean, again, like this is awesome.
It's fun.
Yeah, just don't get to do it like hardly ever.
Well, I mean, originally, like this even just started like I have a bunch of hours of just sitting in here.
Yeah.
Of setting my fucking cell phone up there.
Oh, cool, man.
And like
just talking.
Yeah. No microphone. You know, no nothing. Just trying to get a feel for, you know, like, and
yeah.
And it was also because like, look, there aren't people that I hang out with.
Sure.
I mean, I have my buddy Cabe, who's done a couple of them with me, who's right here. I hang out with him a lot, and I talk with him a lot, but kind of a pretty talkative person. So, you know, I've always talked a lot to a lot of people, and, you know, there's only so many times you can call your buddies from back home, and they've got their own lives.
Yeah,
and there's so much
same old shit.
And so it's like, okay, like, and I enjoyed the whole podcast thing. So I just sat in here. I mean, for probably 2 years.
Wow.
I mean, it goes in waves.
Sure.
Like I'll have days where I do a couple or something, or a bit of time, and then it'll be weeks or whatever of not doing something. And but just talking.
Right.
Because of being in my garage and not having people to talk to anyway. So I just started talking and then realized I'm like, dude, I kind of fucking suck at this by myself.
Oh, sure.
Like by myself, just boring.
Yeah.
Like no sarcasm comes across well when you're talking by yourself.
Yeah, exactly.
It wasn't funny.
It's just like, who am I trying to relate to here, right?
You're monotoned. You don't get like, your whole
sure.
like
no
your
cadence in a way. Yeah.
Okay, your face is monotoned because you don't have any reaction to feed off.
Yep.
And that's when it got to the point where I'm like, okay, I need to do this with
That's cool.
somebody else. It's gotta be like, unless the only way I could sit there and rant is like if I wanted to rant daily about baseball or daily about politics. And I'm like, that's not going to bring the positives in my life that I'm looking for.
Sure.
Like I'm not doing this.
Man, that's good on you for recognizing that, for sure. Yeah.
I'm not doing this to talk about things that make me angry.
Yeah,
Like,
absolutely.
I'm not doing this to be more angry and engulf myself in politics and Fox News and CNN and all the shit that's just going to piss me off more and more and more. The more I listen to it.
Oh, and that's what it's designed to do, man.
Yeah.
For sure.
I watched my dad like really take, like, from a mental perspective, anybody that knew my dad, a very great man, very funny man, very, very nice man, very cool, calm, and collective. I watched the whole race up to like the whole Trump race thing, right?
And the first one then.
Watch it, yep. And watching Fox News every day.
Wow.
And it wasn't, it's just, you sit down and watch it. There's nothing good being said. It doesn't matter what network you're watching. It's all the same cynical, he said, she said, finger pointing.
Yep.
Everybody's in an uproar.
Yeah.
Nobody's got any solutions. Everybody wants to talk shit. Like, it was horrible for his mental health to the point where, like, he just started getting negative tendencies.
Damn.
And a little bit on the cynical side, to where it took him from his moments of, he liked to be devil's advocate with me always.
Yeah.
But it took it this next little like step to where it was just kind of a negative spin on things. And I mean,
interesting.
Like I said, people that knew my father wouldn't necessarily think or say that would have been any part of his, MO or his greater, personality.
Right.
But I did see a bit of it at the end.
Interesting.
And it was not mentally healthy. Point being is that's not an avenue I want to go down.
Yeah.
Of just sitting here and talking about all this shit. Like, I like the information. I like getting information from places and people.
I imagine you'll find out that the more you do this kind of work, you don't go down, because going down those paths of like going after that low hanging fruit, so to speak.
Exactly right.
Is just like, we know deep down that it is just that. It's, it's like the easy shit to like find blame, right? Like, so hopefully through this, that'll just naturally kind of disappear.
That's, I mean,
from your, I don't know, world or whatever. But
because
I mean, it's good to be aware, right, of what's going on, but not to like, I don't know, dissect to the point where you're like pissed off at your neighbor for whoever they voted for, or bullshit like that.
I mean, it just, I like the low hanging fruit, because I always talk, this is one of the things I talk with the boys about, is I go like, look, talking shit is easy.
Right.
Being negative is fucking easy.
Yeah.
Like,
it's like path of least resistance,
It, like, to call and to dissect somebody for being like fucked up or just because you don't like their shit or whatever.
Right.
Like, that's fucking easy.
Yeah.
But like, if you're analyzing that shit, you're not analyzing your shit.
Absolutely.
And you're not looking and you're not making the steps to be a better human.
Sure.
You're focused on how they're a bad human. Well, what the fuck does that have to do with you?
Yeah. No,
you know,
absolutely. It's like a trick your mind does to distract from here.
Uh-huh.
Right?
Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely.
From being accountable and taking blame or taking the focus and shit like that. It absolutely is.
Yeah.
It just, I mean, how many people walk around this planet acting like their shit doesn't stink?
Right.
You know, you look at them and you're like, especially when they talk shit about everybody else. And then you look at them and you go, well, you're fucked up.
Yeah.
You know, like you're talking shit
going
about
on there, right?
You're talking so much shit about everybody else, but you're fucked up. Like, and it is I don't want to pick the low hanging fruit. I don't want to talk. I don't need to focus on problems.
And man, it'd be friggin' awesome to just. I know it takes time but just almost like retrain your brain to not go there. You know, and because again, our brains are so freaking powerful that they're always going to default to that. Just
your MO.
Those easy conversations or just going to that space where you don't have to think, you know, or you don't have to even logically or rationally like
anything you train for, right?
Yeah.
Anything you train for, you're trying to make it become second nature.
Right.
To where there's muscle memory and there is just, you see this in your mind, you know, makes it click into this, to your next phase or your next step.
Totally.
And I've always had this conversation with people of like, look, like the old Goofy and Mickey Mouse cartoons of a snowball rolling down the hill. Like, if you look at things in a negative light, that snowball starts out like this, but you keep thinking negative, you see negative, and it becomes your way of thought to where as soon as you see something, you go, well, that's because this is that.
Oh, yeah.
And that's because and the snowball gets bigger, and before you know it, you're completely consumed and wrapped up in this snowball of negative thought. But if you look at, like, if you're solution-based or a positive person or attempting to finding a solution is a positive thing.
Sure.
Not a negative thought process. So anytime and every time you see a problem or opposition, if your first instinct is to look for a solution, you know, or like, you know, like I like to say, fucking people that sit there and worry.
Right.
It's like 85% of the shit you worry about isn't going to happen.
Or you have no control over.
And
you know,
and you have no control over it.
Right.
And it's probably not going to be as bad as you're worried about.
Sure.
So why the fuck you worried?
Exactly.
You know, you just think, now turn that on its head, take your worry and go, well, if this happens, I'm going to do this. If this happens, I'm going to do this. If this happens, I'm going to do this. That happens, I'm going to do this. Now you're like, I've got answers.
Sure.
Or solutions to my problems.
Take some of that worry.
I don't have to fucking worry anymore.
Yeah, exactly.
And that positive, negative thought, I really try to keep myself. I mean, I will call a spade a spade.
Yeah.
You know, I will call it how I see it. I will talk shit.
Yeah.
But beyond that, like, hey, how does it relate to me?
Yeah.
Like,
I think that's ultimately what,
if that could relate, the same thing I'm seeing in them could relate to me. It could be a problem that I have, or it could be a problem that I'm faced with later on down the road.
Sure.
And I need to do what I can to correct it or fix it or whatever. So,
or I mean, just learning from, you know, somebody else's experience and hearing about that, and then just kind of keeping that like, oh yeah, you know,
it makes you much more comfortable in life.
Yeah. And you know, you just over time build up confidence and like, yeah, if I am ever faced with a similar situation, like here's what my buddy did, but I mean, who knows, man, in the heat of the moment, you might decide to do something different, but it's really just getting the confidence in yourself and really just reaching down and
you got to train your brain.
Yeah. You got to train your brain, man.
Just like physical training, just like sports training, just like everything.
And it's doable. That's the thing, man. Like I've had several therapists say, hey man, these thought processes are like, they're like making channels, if you can picture it as like a stream, you know, and all these ones that you typically go down, you go down because it just gets deeper and deeper. That like it just kind of erodes a canyon. But it's very easily to redirect and capture those thoughts and push it down a new, you know, and kind of spread it around in a sense.
Make your own fork in the road. And then as you do that,
And that's how
the
you're
more
training your brain.
the more that path less traveled by gets worn down,
Yep.
you're all of a sudden going to work in that cavity that's going to completely direct thought and reaction and all that shit in a way that you want to fucking do it.
Yeah, and that's
instead
healthy,
of just
right? And
feeling like you're victim.
Yeah.
Like the victim thing.
Totally. Yeah.
You know, so yeah. Well, hey, we're going on
Couple hours.
2.5.
Dang, right on.
Yeah. So I'd say we did a good job.
Yeah.
I'm definitely going to have you back in here.
Yeah,
and
man, definitely.
we'll
Yeah,
bullshit
I'd be happy
some
to.
more.
Now that I'm, you know, familiar with the format and whatnot,
Yeah, it's all
good.
We'll see what the next thing is on the road. I have plenty of shit to talk about, but
You always do, man.
it was good to have you. Thank you very much for coming out.
Appreciate
and
it. Yeah, you're welcome.
Doing this and letting people in who you are and and all that stuff. And now
pleasure.
next one we can talk UFOs and stuff.
Yeah. Right on.
I don't know much about them. Never seen one. Thanks, Matt. Thank you
Blake.
guys. Love you. Bye.
And the people change, and the good times come and the good times go. You found yourself in a windless